Hey guys, it's CyberGeek here, and today I have an update in regards to Pokemon Go's new buddy system that is going to be rolled out September 5th. For anybody who doesn't know about the update, there is a huge update that Niantic and Pokemon Go are rolling out on September 5th that is going to be adding a lot of new features, fixing a lot of bugs, as well as implementing new procedures into their anti-cheat system. This video is just going to be focused on the new buddy system that is going to be implemented within the game. So in this video, I am going to dive into detail into what rewards you are going to be able to receive, how you are going to receive those rewards, and what limitations you have on receiving those rewards. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and get into it by starting to talk about the buddy system and how it is going to work. So the buddy system that is going to be implemented is going to allow you to walk Pokemon around on a daily basis to essentially collect rewards for these Pokemon to help power them up or evolve them. How this works is you will be allowed to choose one buddy Pokemon to walk, and while walking this Pokemon, based on the kilometers that you walk with this Pokemon, you will be rewarded candies for walking the Pokemon. So there's been a lot of speculation over this, and with some recent data mining, it has been confirmed that you can only walk one Pokemon at a time. However, if you choose to switch that Pokemon at any time, you can. So a good analogy for this would be that if I am choosing to walk a Growlithe and I'm collecting candies for it, halfway through the day, if I decide that I want to collect candies for my Snorlax, I can switch out my buddy Pokemon. The system will automatically keep track of how many kilometers in the distance that you have walked with your buddy Pokemon to rake those up for rewards. So that is how it is going to work, and there is different positioning for these Pokemon. Just looking at this image right here, it is going to tell you based on the type of Pokemon it is. It could either fly next to you, walk on the ground next to you, sit on your shoulder, or walk behind you, depending on if it is a flying Pokemon, a shoulder Pokemon, a big Pokemon, or a medium Pokemon, is going to determine how this Pokemon interacts with you as your buddy Pokemon and follows you throughout the map. So, going into the rewards and talking about the rewards a little bit, this is how it is going to work. So, this is the Pokemon Go buddy chart. This is information that has been mined from Niantic servers and API. I will leave a link and then for the information that I have uncovered with this in regards to what has been data mined in the game. But just looking at it briefly right here, this is a good example of a lot of people that are working hard on Reddit, etc., accessing the Pokemon API to get these new charts for us and give us the information on what we are going to be able to receive within the game. So just looking at this chart right now, going into some analysis of it, this is going to tell you how many kilometers you are going to be required to walk in order to receive one candy for these Pokemon. So, in my own personal opinion, this is not a very effective system to use to evolve Pokemon. Just a good analogy for this is say I evolved a Bulbasaur into a Venusaur, or not a Venusaur even necessarily. Say I evolved a Bulbasaur into an Ivysaur, and then I wanted to evolve into a Venusaur. It would require 100 candies for this Pokemon. So, just looking at this chart, I would have to walk 2 kilometers just to receive one candy for Bulbasaur or Ivysaur. So it would require me to walk 200 kilometers in order to evolve an Ivysaur into a Venusaur. So in my own personal opinion, this is not very effective. However, it is going to help players worldwide that are living inside of areas that do not have many Pokestops or gyms. So they're going to be able to go to areas and catch Pokemon that they don't see very frequently because they don't live in a highly populated area, and they will be able to walk those Pokemon to collect candies. It could be tedious and take a long time, but they still will be able to power up these Pokemon and evolve them with this system. So if you all want a link for this chart, I will leave a link in the description to take you to this chart to show you what kind of rewards you are going to get for walking these buddy Pokemon. As you can see, just scrolling down the list, eventually you start to get to the number 3, meaning that it is going to require you to walk certain rare Pokemon a total of 3 kilometers in order to receive one candy for this Pokemon. Again, tying in with the fact that if you wanted to evolve a Dratini into a Dragonite, it would require you to walk hundreds of kilometers just to do so. So, in my opinion, it is not too effective. However, it is still beneficial and you still will be able to collect candies for these Pokemon to help evolve or power them up. Especially if it's a very rare Pokemon that is hard to come across, you will have the ability to walk it and collect candies to upgrade its CP. So that is really cool for that aspect of it. Just going into the last thing I'm going to talk about today, like I said, there has been some new information that has been data mined within Pokemon Go servers, and I kind of want to leave a little hint for you all at the end of this video. There is a lot of speculation and a lot of talk right now around Eevee's evolutions. We had earlier this month, they had removed the Easter egg in Pokemon Go to where you could rename Eevee to evolve it into Jolteon, Flareon, etc., Vaporeon. There's an Easter egg to where you can rename the Pokemon, what the original owner of the Pokemon was, like Sparky, etc., and it would evolve you. What could evolve Eevee into whichever evolution you wanted, essentially. However, they removed this Easter egg to work on it earlier this month, and there has been a lot of new data popping up inside of Pokemon Go servers and their API that people have been attempting to mine that hints towards the fact that we may get a new evolution for Eevee, or rather two new evolutions for Eevee prior to the Generation 2 release. So maybe that is how they are going to release Generation 2, is just by introducing a couple new Pokemon in the form of new evolutions for Eevee. The data exists in the server, and they're already working on it as we speak and modifying the Easter egg to include these new evolutions for Eevee. So only time will tell, and hopefully this rolls out pretty soon. It'd be a cool new feature to check out and kind of give you some spoilers for Generation 2 when they decide to roll that out next year for Pokemon Go. But I really hope this helped everybody. I'll leave you all with this. This is for anybody who doesn't know the rewards you get for the leveling system. And this is just what you receive as rewards as you are leveling in Pokemon Go. As always, thank you all for watching, and please like, subscribe, and share.